Hey guys, so I've been meaning to do this video for a long time, and when I mean a long time, I mean like a couple weeks. But just a couple weeks ago, I passed my 2-year mark as a registered nurse, working as a registered nurse. So I wanted to give you guys my 2 cents, tell you guys my thoughts, my goals that I had that I was able to attain, what I was not able to attain, or just everything that I can think of in this little video. I don't know if it's gonna be long or not, but I hope you guys enjoy and you get something out of it. So, yeah, I'm blonde for those who do not know. But I have to say these 2 years have been great. Like overall, if I want to just say an overall rating, 1 to 10, um, it's been like a 10. Yeah, I can't complain because even the hardest shifts that I have had, I've learned from them. And not only that, I've grown from them. I've gotten stronger as not only as a nurse, but as a human being, growing in patience, growing in empathy and love and care. And the amount of things that I've learned in these past 2 years working on the med-surg floor is just priceless. I have to say, it's just although it was so difficult at times, and a lot of the times the patient ratio was always, I don't want to say always, but a lot of the time it was messed up and it was a huge load to carry. And there's a lot of things, negative things that I could say, but I want to focus on the positive because 2 years is a long time. Even though it feels like a short time, even though it feels like I'm still a new nurse, I'm not. I've gained a lot of knowledge. I've gained some competency. I've grown truly as a nurse. The amount of things that I'm able to do now with confidence is a lot more than when I first walked in, and it's great. It's just a little background for those who don't know about the type of floor I work on. I work on a surgical unit, but we get all types of med-surg patients as well. But we do typically we have bariatric surgeries we specialize during the week. Um, we get chest tubes, NG tubes. Sometimes we get trachs, but not often. But a lot of times we get like pneumonia patients, flu patients, just everything you can think of. And so when those patients walk through the doors, we do everything from the ground up. That's the one thing I can say about a med-surg nurse. Like they come in, we come, the patient comes in, and for the most part we try to fix them, and then they go back home. And through that, in between period is a lot of getting to know the patient, if they're alert oriented, if and a lot of time it's about getting to know the family. There's just so much I can say in this video. I just realized that, and this video could go for like so long, but I'm gonna let's make it more concise, okay? So when I first started, I guess I wanted to just get the 2 years and get out of the way, and consequently, that actually is happening. And I'm in a separate video. I'll talk about the fact that I recently just got hired for another job, so we'll get into that. I'm gonna be working in the OR, and it's something that I wanted for a while, and in a way, I thought it was like my end goal, but it makes more sense coming from a surgical unit to go to the OR. Makes a lot of sense. Being able to take care of a surgical patient, and I think even most of all is like interacting with surgical residents and surgeons. That's probably the most important thing I could take from my surgical nurse experience. But um, the goal of working on a med-surg unit, staying for 2 years, for 2 long years, and being in charge, which was obviously not only a goal but something that had to be necessary in 2 years. But taking up intermediate patients, step down ICU patients, being able to insert IVs with a level of confidence now. Although I tend to go with a 22 gauge. um, I think I've achieved what I wanted to when I first walked in through the doors. and it's amazing. It's a feel good. It's a really good feeling. And to be able to interact with patients the way that I do now, to have the knowledge base that I do, um, and being able to stay calm, cool, and collected. All those goals that I had in mind, all the things that I had in mind when I first walked in, I think I attained, and I feel great about it. It's amazing how the time just, like I got the call for this job that I'll be taking less than a week ago, and I just passed my 2 years just like 2 weeks ago, and it's amazing how I was able to stay for definitely for the whole 2 years, and be able to get a job right away. That's just. I mean, the process, of course, was months ago, and it could have happened earlier, but it's amazing how it worked out. It really is, and God's timing is all there, and I'm so thankful to Him, and I'm thankful, and I'm proud of myself. Like I definitely I have to give credit to myself, of course, with the help of just everyone on my unit, just to become the person that I am now, and the nurse that I am, and give credit where it's due when it comes to taking the initiative for things to grow as a nurse. I guess this will move on to the more, not the reflective anymore, because I could go reflective for another hour, but I want to talk about advice. So, like, what kind of advice would I give to somebody after 2 years? Like, what, or before you get to that 2 year mark, what's my advice, and how you can get to where I'm at, I guess. Well, what I will say is to be fearless. Um, I'd say to be fearless when it comes to anything. If there's something that you haven't done yet, do it. If there's something that you don't feel confident in, continue to practice it. Practice does really make perfect. And practice makes competence, and confidence, and just it makes you a better nurse. I'd say dive into situations that you feel are uncomfortable. I think the most important thing is really doing that, because I could have easily avoided not helping other people. I could have easily avoided not helping my colleagues with rapid responses or codes, but I decided to dive in there, and it was all the better for me to get that experience and to be more confident when it happened to me, or to be more confident when it happened to another person. And so, although it's really tough at first, you have to force yourself, almost put like a proverbial gun to your head and tell yourself, hey, get into this really uncomfortable situation, because it's going to be worth it at the end. And that's my number one advice. Just do things that make you uncomfortable. Do things that will push you and challenge you. And as much as it seems intimidating, I used to be the kind of guy to be intimidated by challenge too. And I used to say, hey, it's better to be in the safe zone, better to be comfortable. But it's not. And that's precisely the reason why I'm leaving too, because after 2 years, I'm very comfortable here, at the job that I'm still working. And I have a family here. I have great relationships and a great system, and I'll be leaving this system too. So that it's a lot of mixed emotions, but to challenge myself and go to the OR, which is a great place to learn. The learning curve is about 9 months, orientation 9 months. So it's going to be crazy. It's going to be great. And I can't wait to bring you guys on that journey and tell you guys, and like everything. Just like tell you my experience, and that'll definitely be another video. But thank you guys for listening. It's about to hit 10 minutes, so I don't want to go too long. But I will make future videos as an OR nurse. I'll give you a video about, I'll probably give you, like more advice videos, because I feel like you guys tend to like those ones. So thank you guys for listening in on my reflections, my advice, and all that good stuff. So Until next time, embrace, express, and enjoy yourself.